Well, for years we've been told, you are what you eat. But today's guest, Van Clayton Powell, is a former registered nurse, author, and founder of Mind Body Fitness, Inc. And he says, oh, no, my friends, you are not what you eat. All caps there with the not. Thank you for joining us in studio, Van. And it's good to have you here. Let's take the provocative title, begin there, and talk about why you decided to take this approach and what is it that what we eat. If it's not what we eat, then what is it?
Yeah, you know, in a nutshell, it doesn't matter how nutritious the food is that you eat if you don't digest it. And that's true whether you're an Olympic athlete or, you know, a funny-looking little bald guy. Now, I don't care if you're eating organic, free-range, super seeds, magical juice. If you don't digest it, it's either going all the way through, sucking energy out of you, or even worse, it's hanging around and causing problems. And when you've got problems in your digestive tract, you've got problems everywhere. But on the flip side of it, if your digestion is strong enough, you not only get more energy and nutrients out of whatever you eat, but you can eat almost anything, including that, you know, evil wheat that so many people are afraid of. So we need to eat in a way that enhances and strengthens digestion, and that's what the book's about.
So what I understand is that you are not what you eat, but you are how you eat and when you eat and all of that mixed in together, right? Now, you're a former registered psychiatric nurse. So when I was going through your book, I was like, well, is it all about being up here? No, you do apply some actual anatomical, biological theories as well, but this is also based on your own personal experience, correct?
Yeah, exactly, and that was really the motivation for writing the book. My background, first of all, was in the Western medical model, specialized in addictions treatment and detoxification, but it was my exposure and training in the traditional medical systems of Asia that opened my eyes to a completely different approach, because they've been dealing with digestive problems for thousands of years, way before we took it seriously. And they say, yes, what you eat is important, but it's only half the equation. You also have to look at how you eat, and that's what the book is about.
All right, so let's apply some of your theories to what you've got here. This is tell our viewers what the nickname is for this this demonstration, or this model, I should say. This
is GI Johnny, I call it.
Right. And how do you illustrate some of your points using GI Johnny as a model?
Okay. Well, we each have one of these inside of us. It's almost 25 feet long. This is your GI tract.
Your gastrointestinal tract.
Exactly. Okay. So this tube is brilliant, by the way. You can take this out of your body, and I don't recommend doing that.
No.
You can take it out of your body and blow into it. It'll blow back at you.
Wow.
This tube is so brilliant, so important for every aspect of your health. It has its own brain that controls it. So when you eat something, there's your mouth, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and your happy little anus down at the bottom then. When you eat something, it goes into this hollow tube. But here's the important thing. It's not actually in your body yet. Okay. It's just inside the walls of that hollow tube. Right. In order to get into your body, it has to be digested and absorbed into your bloodstream. And how you eat has a huge impact on whether that happens or not.
Well, again, to the point of what we were saying earlier, one of the things your book talks about quite a lot, because there's a lot of theories out there about drinking water, drinking 8 glasses per day, drinking before a meal to fill up. What's your take on fluids, and specifically water?
Well, first, water's good. Fluids are good.
Yeah.
But first of all, this idea we need to drink 8 glasses of water a day, it's not only nonsense, it's thoroughly debunked nonsense. And that's according to Dr. Margaret Mead, writing in the British Medical Journal. So here's the key about fluids. What's in our stomach? Hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes, right? That's hot enough to burn a hole in your stomach or to melt a steak into soup. So that's good. So what do you do if you drink a big glass of water before you eat?
You're diluting it?
Why would you want to do that?
I don't
mean, you're not going to put, no, I don't know either. It doesn't make sense at all. So that's just one of the simple rules. Now, your stomach, you can have that. Your stomach is a lot smarter than this beaker, so it's going to make a bunch more acid, but you forced it to recreate something it had already done. So in real simple math, you've cost your body energy it didn't need to spend when you're going to put that lovely chocolate in there. There's a little bit
of chocolate in there.
I like chocolate. We could put a little, I don't know why we're putting a tomato in with the chocolate, but
you know, it's gastro culinary arts too. But the concentrated acid, which you've diluted by drinking water, according to your theory, now takes longer to digest, to break down what you've consumed. Is that what you're saying?
It's just the basic fact. You've diluted that acid that your body made in that form for a particular reason. It's just, I explain it in much more detail in the book. There are other rules around fluids and your eating for example, after you eat, there's a problem with you drink too fluids.
Too much fluids, okay. Very quickly, you also talk about chewing and how important it is, and that's something we were taught a long time ago.
Of course, yeah.
You even have a chewing song in here. Under 30 seconds, unfortunately. Tell us really quickly about how chewing is important, as we were taught at a young age.
You know, you not only get so many more nutrients out of chewing, there's a piece I relate in the book where prisoners of war actually survived by chewing their food more thoroughly. But chewing also stimulates the brain, stimulates the immune system, can even help with weight loss, all kinds of things. So that's just a few of the things that are covered in the book.
And the other thing you like to talk about, too, is not to be distracted while eating. No TV, no
Stress.
on the phone, all this stuff.
Huge.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Cheers.
Appreciate it. For more information on Van Clayton's new book, You Are Not What You Eat, you can find a link on ctvmorninglive.ca.